Good evening and welcome to Robin's Fanatics TV with me, AJ, and I'm doing a vlog on today's match in the Isthmian League between Carshalton Athletic and Lewes. The teams had already met earlier this season at the lovely Dripping Pan ground, Lewes, and Lewes kept the spoils and kept the 3 points at home with a 1-0 victory, with Michael Class getting the goal, which gave us a defeat. So we'll be looking to avenge that one today. As far as the league table is concerned, Lewes currently found themselves in 4th place, and Carshalton Athletic were 8th. So you know, we've all to play for, trying to close up the gap on the playoffs. We had to start doing it today. For Carshalton Athletic, we had a bit of a busy week in the transfer market, as we got to get 4 new players into the squad for today. First of all, Daniel Roberts is coming on loan from Dartford, and we also signed Mersham's top goal scorer, Corey Henry. And they both started in the lineup today in 2 changes from the lineup that Joe took a point from Folkestone last week. Dan Roberts came in for Kwaku Frimpong, who picked up a knock, and Corey Henry coming for Dan Bennett, who was on the bench. The other 2 signings, Urgis Salah and Jean Pascal Maschini, were on the bench for the Robins. So it looked like it was going to be a good game. It's probably always going to be a close run game. Like these games between us and Lewes are always close, and it's usually decided by 1 goal. But today it was Carshalton that started off really well, but there was still time at early doors for a scare, as Taylor Maloney hit the post for Lewes after about 2 or 3 minutes. But after that, Carshalton Athletic grew in strength and had a really solid following 10-15 minutes. And in that time, we took a 1-0 lead on 12 minutes. And club's top goal scorer, Dan Bassett, was again on hand to give the Robins a goal. Lovely shot from about 25 yards out. He must have put one hell of a spin on it, because just as it looked like it was going wide, it seemed to spin and just hit the post and find its way in the back of the net. Keeper stood no chance. Keeper probably thought it was going wide, like us fans behind the goal thought it was going wide. But just at the last minute, it just swerved. It was a stunning goal. I'd say one of the goals of the season so far. It was a great finish. So we 1-0 up after about 12 minutes. So we thought we could carry on, push on. You know, fans think we'll push on, try and get a second, try and make the game safe. But as usual, Carshalton sort of brought their own downfall down. I mean, we had a strong first 10-15 minutes, and then we just started pushing back and letting Lewes have more and more possession and more time on the ball, and they were getting up the field more and more, and putting our defence under immense pressure. But we seem to have this habit. We go 1-0 up, and then we just sit on it, you know, and we don't look to build on it. It doesn't seem, we seem to switch off after we're going to go up, you know, and it seems to happen every Saturday, and it's just really frustrating to see, because you play well because you've shown it in the first 10-15 minutes, but then you just stop, and I don't know why, but that's the way we've played all season. And we wish we could rectify it. Fans can see that, and I'm sure the management can see it as well. So why can't we sort of stop that and just keep going on for it? Keep going, get the second, get the third, and then lay off if you want to. But as far as it goes, with 10 minutes before half time, Lewes completely turned this game on its head. Michael Class got onto a loose ball from Peter Denny, and he evades 3 or 4 tackles, dances around 3 or 4 defenders, and fires home to make it 1-1. And then just as we were trying to recover from that, sucker punch, probably about a minute and a half later from the kickoff, we've got a free kick, and we've messed about with it, and the ball's got lost. They've regained the ball, and the ball's fed through to Coleman de Graaf, and he smashed it home to make it 2-1 to the Rooks. So that was it. That was Carshalton just, you know, punished, properly punished for taking their eye off the ball, and Lewes turned it round in 2 minutes and probably deserved it. Looking over they had the majority of the second half, even though we started off really well. So, but then half time came, and yeah, it was Robins 1, Rooks 2, and the second half, it was lucky it wasn't any worse, as Joe Taylor hit the post again very early in the second half, which could have put them 3-1 up and made this game well and truly safe. But you know, they carried on putting pressure on top of our defence, and we were sort of holding out for most of them. I don't recall Lloyd having too many saves to make, really, but they were creating chances and not just taking them. And you know, we made a sub at half time. Urge Saha came on at half time, and then he sort of, you know, come on and got a yellow, got booked midway through the second half, and then he got booked right near the end. So 2 yellow cards, red card. So he got sent off on his debut. But Carshalton, I mean, they finished the last 10 minutes. We sort of finished the same way we started the game. So we got a really good first 10-15 minutes, a really good last 10-15 minutes, but the 60 minutes to 70 minutes in between, you know, switched off. So, yeah, and then us going down to 10 men was sort of ended the game as a contest, really. And some say, look, it's hard to say if it was deserved or not, because it was right at the far end of the pitch from where we stand. A couple of people said that the first tackle was really, really soft and was never a yellow card. So he got booked for the second one and red cards. So, and just as, you know, we sort of tried to sort of, but it was game over after that point. But you know, it finished Carshalton Athletic 1, Lewes 2, because there was no further goals in the second half. Personally, for me, man of the match was Tommy Bradford in the centre of midfield. He was working so hard. He was winning balls and sort of trying to spray out passes, and you know, I thought he had a really good game. And it was man of the match, and there's a few of us that said that as well. As for the debutants, well, when we had that big strong spell in the first 10-15 minutes, Dan Roberts looked really good, looked really useful, was creating space, was getting in just behind their defence, and you know, trying to feed some crosses through. But unfortunately, he picked up a knock and had to go off injured. So yeah, so he had to come off, and Omar Karoma come off the bench and replaced him on the 74 minutes. Hopefully that's not serious, because apparently he's had a few injuries in his time, so hopefully he gets nothing too serious. Corey Henry, again, looked solid, had a really good sort of solid game. He had a good chance to bring us back to 2-2. Looked like he was through on goal, but kind of lost his footing a little bit, and the chance went away. But apart from that, he looked pretty solid. Urgis Saha, he looked pretty solid the way he was playing, you know, but just the two yellow cards kind of ended his game as a contest. But the fourth sub, John Pascal Cascini, wasn't used. So, but you know, disappointing, you know, because we started off so well, and it just seems to be the same story every weekend, but we're getting punished for it. But yeah, so as far as the league table finished after that, our Lewes solidified their position in fourth place, and the Carshalton dropped down a place to 9th. But we'll have to see how it goes, how we can recover from that. Up next for the Robins, as we've got a nice trip to Horsham on Tuesday in the league. We've already played them twice this season, and we beat them 3-2 in the FA Trophy third qualifying round in their own backyard, and they came to Carshalton Avenue and went away with a 1-0 win. So we're sort of looking to hopefully prevent another league double done over us by the Hornets this time. It should be a good game. I mean, it's a nice little ground. It's a new ground. Horsham. It's a really nice ground. I enjoyed sort of going there, and hopefully we can sort of come back with the 3 points. So yeah, that's how it is. That's how it's finished. So I'm going to now go through the Isthmian League results and how the league table stands after today's games. So today's results in the Isthmian League Premier Division went as follows: Carshalton Athletic 1, Lewes 2, Corinthian Casuals 0, Bows and Pitsea 3. So they'll be pleased with that one. East Thurrock 0, Margate 0. Enfield, who was second place, 0, Bishop Stortford 2. Hornchurch 4, Folkestone Invicta 1. Right mixed bag of results today, but this is probably the result of the day. Horsham, who we play on Tuesday, 4, Kingstonian 0. Ouch. Hayden Bird's going to be probably fuming with that, you know. Look forward to see what his post-match interview will be after that one. To carry on, Leatherhead 2, Bognor Regis Town 2, Merstham 0, League Leaders Worthing 2, Potters Bar Town 1, Haringey Borough 0, and Wingate and Finchley 2, Craig Wanderers 2. So as far as the league table stands today, Worthing are top, have extended their gap to 5 points. Second place Enfield, who'd lost 2-0 at home to third place Bishop Stortford. Hornchurch had a good win and occupied the last playoff place, knocking Folkestone out of the playoffs. Carshalton Athletic, like I said, after today, are currently sitting in 9th with 43 points from 28 games. You know, inconsistent. I don't know if we're going to be reaching the playoffs this season, but I think we're still going to try. We're obviously going to give it a go still. But personally thinking, I think that horse has probably bolted. So, but, you know, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, great. You know, I hope we make it, but I don't see it at the moment. As for the bottom of the table, 20th place was Brighton Sea Regent. Leatherhead are 21st, and East Thurrock are last with 18 points from 27 games. So, yeah, that's it from me, AJ. Thank you for taking the time to watch this vlog. I know there's no match action because it's a home one. But thank you if you've sat through this. Thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate it. And I will be back on Tuesday for our game at Horsham, and hopefully with match highlights, and hopefully return of a good friend as well. So I will be back on Tuesday. So until then, sayonara.